Good evening and welcome to the Monroeville Zoning Hearing Board meeting for August 7th, 2024. Can you please put your cell phones on vibrate or turn them off completely? Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Sharon, can we have the roll call, please?
Mr. Gatos, Mr. D'Agostino,
Here?
Mrs. Wilkins,
Here.
Mr. Hutchison,
Here.
Mr. Whitfield,
Here.
Mr. Dice,
Here.
Mr. Weldon.
Here.
Thank you. Next on the item to approve is the minutes for July. Do we have any additions or changes to make to the notes? If not, I'd like to make a motion for approval.
I'll make that motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion's been approved.
Thank you.
Do we have any old business listed on the agenda? If not, we can proceed into business. All
No old business, just one item under new business.
right, thank you. All right, Paul, let's start with the first new item.
All right, our item tonight is 24-11-A, Bruce Richards. Applicant requested dimensional variance from Article 3, Section 315, supplemental lot and yard requirements of the Monroeville zoning ordinance number 2779 to install a deck and walkway within the required 10-foot side yard of the property. The property address is 303 Oliver Drive, tax parcel 640R294 in the R2 single/multifamily residential zoning district.
All right, thank you. Is the applicant present?
Yes,
Can you please come forward, please?
I'm the contractor here.
Okay.
Why don't you just come on up
He
in
come up
case
as-
we need to hear
Yep.
from you?
Have you both signed in?
Yes.
All right, once he gets up front, I'm going to both put your right hand up, please. Both put your right hands up. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God in the testimony you're about to give?
I do.
Thank you. Go ahead and proceed.
Why don't you state your name for the court report?
My name is Bruce Richards, landowner.
And I am Jeremy Polito with Quaker State Construction.
Want
in
to spell your
Carnegie.
last name? I don't think she,
Oh, P as in Paul, O-L-I-T-O.
Thank you.
Well, our proposal is a 6x13 walkway and a connecting 17x12 deck at the side and the rear of the existing house, and which will be 6 feet from the neighbor's side boundary. But we believe the variance should be approved for the following 5 reasons. First, the unique physical circumstances present an unnecessary hardship. The first floor side door is elevated, and it has to have an elevated structure to access it. The door services the kitchen. In order to move large appliances in and out of the kitchen, there has to be an adequate swing room to maneuver them in. And that's the 6-foot width. The interior doors to the kitchen are too narrow to move appliances from the front door. And also, a wider walkway will address any future handicap needs of the homeowners. In addition, there are no first floor access to the rear exterior of the house. There's no door in the back. And this is only possible with an elevated deck connected to the side walkway. It is the rear corner of the house that receives shade during the heat of the day. Second reason, unique physical circumstances hinder property development. The house itself is only 12 feet away from the neighbor's boundary. So any walkway or structure used that has to gain access to this first floor kitchen door is going to violate that 10-foot setback. Also, because there's no rear first floor doors to the house, the only way to access a deck in the back is at the rear of the house with this connecting walkway to it. Third reason, these unnecessary hardships were not created by the homeowners. The position of the house and the location of the exterior doors and the interior doorways were there when the property was purchased. Fourth, the installation of the new walkway and deck will not cause a change of the character of the neighborhood, and will not impair any appropriate use of the adjacent properties, and will not be detrimental to any public welfare. And finally, this variance appeal represents the minimum needed to access the first floor kitchen door, to move appliances in and out of it, and allow easy access to the rear deck, and allow maneuverability for any future handicap needs. That about sums it up. Also, the adjacent neighbor has no problem with it. In fact, we have his signature and approval. I don't know if you want to take a look at that. but- So the immediate neighbor has no issue with that either.
Can I get a copy of that for our file?
Sure.
Okay, so we'll make that an exhibit, make it part of the record. And
Thank you.
Paul will hold on to it, Sharon, so
Thank you.
And this picture is of the existing, well, the deck that was existing, which had 4 feet from the house to the edge, and we only need 2 more feet. So that'll bring it somewhere out, almost to the edge of this bush or plant. And I think if you look at this one here, oh, wrong one. This one shows that that bush is not very far from the house, and we have plenty of space between the 2 homes, and actually 2 feet more. I don't even think anybody in the neighborhood will realize that we expanded a little bit.
So I have a couple questions. So this will be a wooden structure, is that right?
Well,
Yeah, wood frame.
it'll be that deck
Or that
type
composite
material.
stuff
Yeah,
or something
yeah,
like that,
composite,
right.
yeah.
And this is, you said this is basically, it's not something you created, it was the way the house was when you purchased it?
Yeah, when I purchased the house, they had a deck that had a 4-foot walkway.
Oh, okay. And
Okay.
so it's not a cause of an addition that was put on the
No,
house or anything
no,
like that?
no, no. We're just expanding a little bit so we can get in and out of the door with appliances. And actually, it's hard to walk by the door if it's open. It's just a restriction on, and where I got this idea was a current deck on the same street. I believe she used to work here, her name was Mary. Says, apparently she put a deck on the side of her house, and I don't think we're gonna be as wide as she is. So, I mean, there's hopefully some reason that was allowed to be done. So it's not like we're making something new, for the neighborhood.
Yeah, so you're going 6-foot walkway back along the house that then connects to a deck on the back of the house?
Correct, yes,
And
correct.
steps in the front of the,
Yeah, there'll be steps just like there was
Like you
here
have-
at one time. They'll be within, I think they're only 3 feet wide, the steps.
That'll be 4 feet.
There's a plan in the application packet that
yeah.
shows the steps and the dimensions.
Oh, I see the difference, okay.
And the side of the house that faces the deck from our neighbor that signed the paper, it has no windows.
Oh, is that right?
It's just a brick wall. I don't think we'll be infringing on their lifestyle.
Is there anyone else who's going to be testifying at all for you today?
What's that?
Is there anyone else testifying
No.
for you today?
No.
Okay. Do you have any other questions? All right. I'll make a motion. Need to have a motion here.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
All right.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
didn't
Enjoy the
hurt.
rest of your evening.
We're going to make one more motion for adjournment.
I'll make a motion.
We have a second.
I'll second the motion.
All right, then,
I'm in favor.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Will we be getting like an